Hello and welcome to my virtual classroom. Today we're going to be reviewing how to draw graphs by hand. So to do that, we're going to start by just simply plotting points. First thing that I want to point out is that when you plot points, we use coordinates to identify where that point is. Right, so all of these here, these are coordinates. All right. And they're right with the x term first, and then the y term second. So you find the value of x along your x-axis, and then you trace that up or down to the y-axis to the corresponding value on the y-axis. We'll do this first with point A. We'll get red out here. Now, point A has a coordinate of 0, 2. So we go to 0 on x, which is on the origin, right here in the middle, and then we go up to 2 on y. So this is the coordinate for point A. A little bit better. And this is our coordinate for point A. Okay, so then we go to B. B is at 2, 0. So we go to 2 on x. It's going to be here. And then we go to a value of 0 on y. Well, 0 on y is the axis. So then that's where our point for B is. Okay. Now moving on to C, we're going to move off the axes here now. So point C is at -1, 3. So we'll find -1 on x. So we'll go here to the left. We'll trace that up to 3. So we'll go up along where -1 is until I hit the value of 3 on y. And that is where point C is. Okay. We're at -1, 3. Lastly, we'll do point D. Right. Point D is at 2, -3. So again, we'll find 2, which is where point B is, and we'll follow this down to -3. -3 is right here. So this is point D. This is how we plot points. And plotting points is the backbone of being able to graph anything. Usually we need points to graph something, right? So now we know how to plot points. So next, let's look at graphing a line. Right there. All right. So there's a couple different strategies when it comes to graphing a line. Right. We can start by identifying the key features we know from what a linear function is, or from the equation. We know that this number here, 2, right? The coefficient of x is our slope. And we also know that this number here this is what we can call the y-intercept. So the y value of the y-intercept, or the start value. Start value is more connected to a context where we might be starting at a loss of $3 or something like that. So we're starting negative. The y-intercept, it tells us that when x is 0, y is -3. So it actually gives us a starting point. So we can pull a starting point out of the equation from -3. It's going to be right here. Right? So this becomes our start value of -3 on the y-axis. Right? We're at 0, -3. It's the y-intercept. The coordinates of the y-intercept, 0, -3. And we have a slope of 2, which means for every 1 unit, I go to the right in x. I go up 2 units in y. It's going to put me right here. So this is another point in my for my line, right? It goes right here, and that's at 1, -1. I can then get another point, color, which means I'll go to the right 1, up 2 units, which will land me right here, at a value of a coordinate of 2, 1. I have enough points to graph this line now. I just need to draw it through my points. Right? So let's see if I can make this work. This. I'm going to start here. I'm trying to find a line. Extend this guy out. Oops, that will hit me. Longer. Oh. And so there's my line. So this is the line for the equation y equals 2x minus 3. So this is how we can graph our line by hand using our points as the basis, the backbone. Right. And so we also used our y-intercept as a start value to get a starting point for our line, and we used the slope to create our other points. So there you have it. This is a basic introduction to how to graph by hand, and how to graph points and how to graph a line. If you have any questions, please let me know. All right, so then have a great day.